All right. Let's get this thing started. Hold on, hold up. We live. Yeah, yeah. What's going on, man? Let me go ahead and get started, man. Go ahead and get my people in here. Gonna wait. Gonna wait a little bit. Gonna wait a little bit, man. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Let me add these little things. Post my paragraph. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. So time it is. Go two. We're gonna get it in about 5 minutes to get up in here, man. Everything good with you, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We live. We
Oh, we
live.
live?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so okay.
We on time. We on time. So let me go ahead and get this thing started, man. Well, what's going on, everybody? This is another episode of ALPHACOLOGY. You know, the longer awaited, I've been promoting today's show is a very special episode. All right. And I do want everybody to know I appreciate them for listening, tuning in, getting everything done the right way. All right. First and foremost, man, all my supporters out there, all my guys that I'm, counseling, working with, appreciate you guys for believing in me and understanding I do want you to be the most alpha version of yourself. All right. Today we got a special guest and King Dre from YouTube's How to Be a Player on there, right
What's
here
going
with us.
on?
This brother right here got real cold game, man, real smooth game. And it would be a shame if I wouldn't bring him on here because we are very much like-minded. Fellow alpha male himself, and I enjoy his YouTube channel. Good knowledge. If y'all looking for some advice, y'all go check his YouTube channel out. What's the YouTube channel, Dre? How to be a player, right?
How to be a player, King Drake, yeah, on YouTube.
Oh yeah, on YouTube. And
On YouTube.
and your private Facebook group too, man. They give out some good game for you good cats that's out there that's playing the field trying to date. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, you got to put the link in there. Do they got it where they can click the link?
yeah, I'll definitely post a link for them. I'll post the link in the live comments. Hold on. I'll definitely post a link. If you send it to me, I'll definitely get it on there, bro. And we'll start that show. We're gonna go ahead and start this show. All right. As everybody knows, let me go ahead and tag my people and let me know I'm live. As everybody know, I do the podcast thing and I do a live stream every Tuesday. And every Tuesday I'm gonna try to bring on a guest, somebody that's helpful to your journey as to being the most alpha version of yourself, the most alpha male version of yourself. Like I said, this podcast will be geared toward men. Women are welcome to listen and disagree if they want to. But we're trying to be the most dominant versions of ourselves, the most alpha male versions of ourselves. Another word I could put, the most king version of yourself. You want to live your life like a king. And I do all of my shows based on, what the young men want me to talk about. And a lot of cats always come to me like, man, how can I get submission from my woman? I want to be more alpha. I want my woman to be more cooperative and listen. And I did a podcast on it. It's real good, real raw. And also I want to say that was last week. I seen your video and I was like, man, I gotta get this man on the show. I gotta get this man on the show about submission. All right. Now, I do everything based off of, my experiences and my perspective. And King Dre, I would love for you to share some of your experiences and perspective, drop a little game on them. You know what I'm saying? And
As far as
as far as
yeah,
submission
what
goes, how to get submission from your woman, especially in the year 2020, because it's not the same. And you definitely have to have some kind of a certain kind of energy to get certain kind of certain kind of cooperation from your lady.
right?
And like I always like to tell people, man, I say I never seen, and I go back and forth with,
I can't. You breaking up, brother. I barely hear you.
All right, can you hear me now? Can you
You
hear me
kind
now?
of
Is it good? Let's
not
see.
really. It's breaking up real bad.
All right, you on your phone? What about now?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
All right, cool. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, so
It's doing it again, bro.
when you go to talking, this is what we're gonna do. When you go to talking, I'm just gonna listen. I'm gonna ask a question, you just answer. All right, so it probably will stop from
All right.
breaking up. It'll probably stop from breaking
What you
up
say?
so bad. I said it'll probably
Okay.
stop from breaking up so bad if you lower the volume a little bit.
Oh, you can hear me? You can hear it through the thing? Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
You got it? All right.
So now listen, I don't want to do it myself, but you can explain to the people what your YouTube channel all about, because I love it. That's all I'm gonna tell them. I love
Yeah,
it.
it's called How to Be a Player, and I'm basically teaching men how to, step their game up as far as, women go, life and everything else. It ain't more a lot the women is just like, the candy and the medicine. It's basically the game I'm giving is applicable throughout your whole life, but dealing with women is a big part of our lives, regardless of what anybody say. That's a part of the human experience is dealing with the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So, 'cause people try to shame you like, oh, you teaching this or you teaching that. I mean, it is what it is. Or they try to shame you because you like women or you trying to get sex from women, you trying to get this from a woman or this from a woman. Or they shame women because they trying to get this or they trying to get that. It's just a part of the human experience, bro. So my channel is about, helping guys become the best version of who they are while, maintaining successful, cultivating and maintaining successful relationships, situationships, cut buddyships, whatever you want to do as far as the dating game go. I got you. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it is. And I started it because I got tired of seeing guys with. Can I curse on here?
Go ahead, man. We ain't no
Okay.
angels on there. We ain't no demons either, but we men.
I got tired of seeing guys with their dick in the dirt, man. Like, um,
I get
you
you.
know, women. It's a misconception that all men are dogs and just running all over. When it's that's a misconception. It's actually the complete opposite. Women are running this shit and running over these guys because it's a lot more suckers than it is like players and alpha males. So I get tired of
Exactly.
seeing. I just don't like seeing men in that state. They getting cheated on and left, and then they hurt, ready to jump off the bridge, going to shoot up the neighborhood.
Seeing
I
the
don't like
kids.
seeing that. And
Yeah,
I have a passion for helping guys out. And to become successful in that arena. You know, so
understood.
that's what my thing was about.
And I like to piggyback off that. That's something. That's why I said we like minded. That's something similar we got. I don't teach the player stuff too much, so when cats do come, like, man, how I do this, how I do this. If it sounds something similar, I direct them straight to you. You know what I'm saying? I usually deal with dudes, and I'm not blocking nobody else, but I usually deal with cats that's in relationships or got some kind of rotation going, and
Right,
better themselves. It's just self improvement, man. And
right,
like it's a lot of cats out there that don't know the game, that don't understand women, so they going crazy, uh,
right,
trying to figure it out.
right. Yeah, it's not even a bash of women thing because I don't like dudes who
Yeah,
bash women. I don't like that. I don't do that on my shit. A lot of guys they bash women. I ain't mad at women. I love women. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Oh, I know.
it's just that you know it's just I'm just tired of seeing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I kind
that's
of
all
I
it
want to
is.
bring balance. I don't want I want the standard to be women are kind of out of control, man, and I kind of want the standard to be, you know, them come and correct that dudes. Like
Yeah, and I
it's a standard for us. It's a standard for us not to go and smack a woman on the ass. That's the standard. Like nobody don't have to tell you not to do that. Everybody know not to do
exactly.
that. Yeah, you have your one-offs who do dumb shit like that, but it's like a code, and I want it to be a code like that as far as how women come at men. You know what I'm saying? Because I got game. You know what I'm saying? I know how to deal with women. So a lot of that bullshit, I know how to block and sidestep and all that shit. But most guys don't. You know what I'm saying? And they end up in real bad situations, man. So, like I said, that's my aim.
That's
And
a
it ain't
beautiful.
like I said, it's not to disparage women and no shit like that. But I do expose a lot of the shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, so I know you do, and I do it all the time. Like if you be on my page, I'll say a little something quick. And listen, I actually started my channel off to make sure it had the right type of energy. I used to ask, I got female friends. I used to be like, man, y'all listen to the show. Man, we hate it. I don't like what you're talking about. Blah blah. You said I'm misogynist. That's when I knew. Okay, I'm going in the right direction. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right, right,
I'm not telling
right,
no man to be disrespectful toward women, use women, but at the end of the day, you got to view people for what they are. They're either an asset or a liability. So
right, right,
on my channel, like soon I'm gonna do an anchor podcast on asking, determining when people, not just women, people in your life are either assets or liabilities, and
right,
that's gonna help them with their game and expose them to what they need to know, like to be enlightened. Not like no Illuminati enlightened, but to be enlightened. So that's why I brought you on the show today, because hey, it's 2020. These cats out here simping, thinking that's what it's supposed to be. Um, I done heard stories. I even get stories from kids like, man, he did everything right, and he just don't do it for me. You know what I'm saying? He just don't do it. I know why, because he being beta. He being
right,
this, like, I already know why.
right. He don't got that balance.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be good. You gotta be good cop, bad cop. Like if you know anything about good and evil, there's two sides to every story. So I try to, with me and my boys, I try to put them on game. They iron sharper iron. They put me on game too. So I listen to your stuff. It keep me on point.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? By the grace of the Most High, I know I'm protected. My heart is protected, and my heart is in the right place. So that being said, you know what I'm saying? Submission in 2020. I want to start off by saying, first thing you cats gotta understand is you trying to get your woman. If you're in a relationship or you're dealing with a chick, you trying to get them to submit. You gotta get that in their mind that it's not a weakness. All right, we live in a very feminine driven society that, let's be honest, when they see a woman get led by a man, they call it weak. Or a woman submit to a man, they're gonna call it weak. And you know, me and you, we gonna go out our way for submission. You know what I'm saying? We love that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what's the first step of advice you would give young players and young alpha males out there when it comes to gaining submission from a woman in 2020?
All right, I'm gonna say this, right? First
Right?
things first, because I get a lot of emails, I get a lot of DMs like, oh man, how I get my wife to be submissive, how I get my girl to be submissive. It's hard to change. Number one, it's hard to change a player's game in the ninth inning, right? How you start is how you end. That's first and foremost. So the key, and I can go on this all night. The key to submission is you have to demand it up front. You can't wait 2 years in. You can't wait 2, 3 years in and then be, it don't work like that. I mean, I could tell you,
Right?
you could fix it. It take a little game, but you can fix it, but it's hard. It's best to start up front. Require it at the very least for a bitch to fuck with me. At the very least, she got to be cooperating. She don't got to be submissive and all that and all that until she ready to get to another level. But the very least, she has to be cooperating. If she ain't cooperating, I ain't fucking with her. Period. I don't give a fuck what she look like. I don't give a fuck what kind of degree she got. I don't give a fuck where she went to school. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Cooperation or nothing. Period. Get out of line. I don't. It's a wrap. I'm not arguing and none of that. You know what I'm saying? And
Why
when
his
you have that vibe, you that dude, they're gonna fuck with you. You don't even have to say it. You don't have to be. You don't have to. A lot of cats be too. They be trying to negotiate the shit like with they bitches and shit like that. Yeah, they ain't nothing to negotiate. It ain't nothing to negotiate over here. You cooperate or it's nothing. Period. Out the gate. Out the gate. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And if a bitch bucking, especially at the beginning, cause like when you go through relationships and shit, bitches gonna buck here and there. But in the beginning, bucking in the beginning is combative to me, and I don't for fuck. I'm done. Period. There's nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So that's first and foremost. You have to require it from the get go. If submission is your thing, cooperation is your thing, you have to require. There have to be your program from the door, from the gate. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, you got to be somebody for a bitch to submit to.
That's
You see what
true.
I'm saying? A lot
That's what females. That's what the ladies always say. Like, I submit if he's worth submitting to. Hey, I agree with that 100%. And like I said in the podcast, I said all women ain't gonna submit to all men. Just because you're a man, don't mean she's gonna submit to you. Every man don't deserve submission. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was talking to a young brother today, man. He stayed with the old lady. I say, okay, you stay with the old lady, you know, paying all the bills, right? Oh nah, I ain't got no job right now. Like, bro, bro. Matter of fact, get up out of there. Matter of fact, go sleep in your car and get on your own 2 feet. Cause you talking about how I be more alpha and how I get submission from my old lady. Bro, she pay all the bills. It was fun.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I hate to say
Right.
that. You know what it
You
is?
gotta, and it's not even, it ain't even so much about money, man. It's not even so much about money. It's masculinity, bro. And like, that's so rare now. Niggas think they masculine because they woo and rah rah and
Yeah,
all that old crazy shit and can yell loud and shit. That ain't masculinity. Masculine gonna always tame feminine, bro. And feminine gonna always open up and bow down to masculine. It's just it's the way it goes, bro. Like
that's
that's
it.
nature. So it's because I'd have been broke as fuck and bitches be submissive as hell. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just who I am as a person, you know. So how you got to be somebody for a bitch to submit to. You see these cats say, first of all, if you a nigga that's if you and not to be disrespectful to nobody, but or to disparage anybody, but if you are a guy that complains about women not submitting, then you ain't nobody for a bitch to submit to. Like I don't complain about that. Like I don't even think about it. Like it's nothing. It's not. It's not a worry for me. You dig what I'm saying? I talk
Yeah.
about it because guys want me to talk about it. My following and shit want me to talk about it and get game on it. But if you gotta, complain about it, then you gotta go. You gotta look in the mirror because let's be real. When you talk about submission, right? When you
Yeah.
talk about being submissive and submission, you expecting a whole human being, a whole nother person to let themselves go to your will. You see what I'm saying? These hoes know you're gonna drive them off of a fucking cliff. Women ain't smart. Women gonna submit to who they know or who they think, right? Who they think can not necessarily lead them right, but handle them the right way. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody wanna be submissive to the wrong person. You see what I'm saying? Because
Right.
a lot comes with letting yourself go, letting your beliefs go, letting your program go, letting your life go to submit to somebody else's will and follow them. That takes a lot to do for a person to do that. So you can't be mad because people hesitate. I ain't submitting to nobody. I mean, I'm a man, but at the end of the day, I don't like submitting to people. I don't like the feeling of it. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be that dude, man. You can't be. You gotta look in the mirror and make yourself catch. Become attractive. Learn what's valuable to women, and learn how to hold those trump cards. You know what I'm saying? Niggas think that they know what women value. You gotta know what women value. You see what I'm saying? And when you have what women value, you become high value. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys don't have what women truly value.
Like
Once you
I say it all the time. Like for 100 beta males out there, there's one alpha male.
right.
One thing I can say though, like most women, especially in America, in American society, they can go out here and get money. They can go out here and get their own money. You're right. They can. But one thing they cannot get, they can get a lot of stuff we do. One thing they cannot get is alpha energy. It's only
Mhm.
one. It's only a couple dudes that can. And what I need to tell my boys right now is, hey, if you're in a situation where you feel like you want more submission from women, first thing you gotta do, don't blame women, don't blame America, don't blame nobody. Look at yourself. I said that earlier today. I made a post. I said the first thing of changing what you need to change about you is taking responsibility, blaming yourself. I done
Right.
been, bro. I done been in that situation. Like, hey, this girl won't listen to me for nothing. Why I gotta always bargain and go back and forth with her? And then when I step back from the situation and realize, oh, I did this wrong. I did this wrong. I pedestalized. I gave. I was giving too much. I was doing too much.
Right.
Now, when I ask for something, it's an issue because guess what? I done gave all the power. Now I'm asking. Why I gotta ask? You know what I'm saying? That's why when I look at it, if I'm conversing with a chick and I feel too combative, not cooperating, man, out of there.
Right.
See you later.
For real, bro.
Ask you once, maybe twice, if I forgot that I asked you the first time. After that, you saying no too much. I ain't got time for this.
For real. Yeah. It ain't.
I heard you say that abundance mindset. Oh, I'm out of here.
Yeah. You gotta have that, man. See, and that's a key. Another key to when women know that you don't need them, it's more attractive to them. You know what I'm saying? They're willing to. And let me
I
say
don't
this. Let me say
understand that. I ain't gonna lie. I don't understand that, but I embrace it. I just do what I need to do, man.
because you got to think, and I don't want to get see. I can be on here all night, but women evolve, right? And as humans, we have to survive, and women know how to women have evolved to the point that they have instincts to weed out weak guys or guys that can danger them or put them in harm for the most part, right? So when
Right.
you are a guy who's needy over time, right, through hundreds and hundreds of years, needy guys ultimately turns into a woman who's a man who's stalking and killing a bitch and killing everybody in the family and shit like this. So over time, women have evolved to sense out this type of shit, right? So when a woman can see that, you don't need her, it's a sign of strength. Number one. Number two, people want what other people, right? It's like what they call that shit? Not word of mouth, but um fear of missing out and all that shit. If the people only buy Jordans because everybody want the motherfuckers,
Oh
right?
yeah,
You see
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Supply and demand,
We
huh?
attracted to what's desirable by everybody else. You dig what I'm saying? For the most part. And when when other women desire you, it makes you more desirable. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing shit right. You're doing shit the right way, and other people want you. And it's like a status symbol, a trophy. I can go on and on about that, but that's pretty much that. You know what I'm saying? So when a woman know that you don't need her and that you have options and shit like that, number one, like I said, it signals strength. Number two, it signals that you are a catch, right? And everybody want to catch, and
Everybody
I
do.
want the hot shit. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's like that. So that's with that. But when a woman sense that, um, she'll if you stand on your firm on your ground and on your program, she'll submit, bro. That's just it's people say, oh, it's 2020 and man, listen, I don't have issues with that, bro. 2020 now, and I'm in my 30s, bro. I've been doing this shit since I was a teenager, dating consistently since I was a teenager, fucking with
Right?
hoes. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? I still don't have a problem. You know, it don't matter how much money a bitch got, because number one, like I say, I know the bitches who ain't about that and combative and masculine off rip. I could sense that in the first conversation on the phone or through text messages. And when I sense that, I'm out the door. I'm not finna waste my fucking time and try to change a bitch and
Listen,
mold the bitch and do all that.
hey,
I'm not
it
doing
took
all
me to about 20, I want to say 27, 28 to actually get that. But see, with me, it's a little bit different. I naturally walk away. Like, hey, man, I'm tripping. Man, why am I still here? I'm tripping. You know
that.
what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Out of it. Now, I catch it at the door. you
right,
know.
right,
So, like you said, like it's real. And so, what I'm trying to get cats to understand, like that's why I'm like, you know what? Let me get ready to come on and talk, because when I look at a cat and you say I want permission from my girl, man, first of all, you are like you said in the ninth, you can't change up your game. You try to change up your game. First of all, you already in the wrong step. You already living under her household. Now you're gonna switch up. You're gonna
right,
have to be totally different. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And a lot of cats, let's be honest, if you scared to lose that girl, walk away from that girl, you ain't gonna never, you don't deserve it.
right,
You don't deserve it.
right. And guys got to understand too why women submit to men. Women ain't just
That's
submitting
what we
to
about to
you
jump
for the
into.
fucker, huh?
I said that would definitely that's what we're diving into. Why they do it.
Why?
If
You
they
got to
understand
understand.
why, then they could mold themselves to be what they want. You know what I'm saying?
You right, right. So you guys don't understand. You got to understand the why. So, P game. Women aren't submitting just to fucking submit because it's fun. Bro, nobody wants to be in a submissive state to where you damn near at the heel of somebody else. Somebody controls your emotions. Nobody wants to be in that state. But people will do it if it's worth it, right? And
Right.
when we talking about women, they not just they want something from you, bro. You see what I'm saying? They want something from you. And as long as you provide that, then you'll be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Let me
And
ask you a question. What is that something? Is it money? Is it money?
it's It's
It's not.
you could do the money thing, but when it's money, it's rented, bro. It's
Yeah, it ain't.
that's like
It's
renting a car.
temporary. Yeah, yeah,
It's it's it helps. Money helps. You know what I'm saying? If you got
yeah.
everything else under control, money definitely helps because you can keep a bitch in line. If I don't want to, because I don't want to sound like no trick, because I ain't no trick, but you know, if you got a woman and you're an alpha male, you know what I'm saying? You gotta pay the cost to be the boss, right? But not on no
Right.
trick shit. But
Yeah.
but the money helps. You know what I'm saying?
But I done
It,
seen cats pay for everything and still out here getting little boys.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It ain't the money. It ain't really the money. But if you got everything else and you got a bag, it makes it it makes it's like a times 100 bonus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
But
see, that's why. But I'm trying to get that in their head now. Like, you want to get the money to be financially dominant in your life, not just to impress a chick. If you just trying to get money so you get your girl to submit, you already lose. You still lose. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
You got to do it for you.
right.
You know what I'm
Now,
saying?
when outside of the money, you got to be attractive. Number one, you have to be attractive. You have to be desirable. Number
Right.
two, you have to be masculine. Period. That's on a baseline. Like if I can generalize, because you got different situations to where different women, it's different little intricacies, and women have certain preferences or voids that they're missing in their life and shit like that. But that's up to you as the man, as the player, to figure that out when you
The
fucking with these,
underlying thing
when you
is
fucking with these
masculinity.
hoes. But
Yeah.
on a baseline, generalizing,
Right.
masculine energy, be attractive,
Right.
be attractive, be desirable, be strong.
Right.
See what I'm saying? And you gotta knock the back out. But that's a
Hey.
bonus too because I know women. I know a girl. I know a bitch, right?
Right.
She dates this dude, fat dude. The fat dude got a lot of money, right? But she said he got the smallest dick ever, and he don't get her off sexually. But she is like completely gone off this nigga. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the sex part is a bonus, but like I said, you got to be attractive. You
That's a
have to
way
be
to get it too now.
huh?
I said that's a way to get it too now. That's the easy way to the easy way sometimes the bedroom. But that's short lived as well. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? If you got
right,
the
right,
whole you gotta have the whole all your ducks in a row.
right. This is what women need from men. This is what they trade their submission for. Period. It is no if ands or buts. This is what they trade it. Like I say, every woman is unique in the sense that they have different voids or came up different or missing something, and you provide that something. But on a baseline level, as a default, masculinity, being attractive, being strong. You see what I'm saying? And we can unpack all those. It'll be we can do that all year, but that's just on
Right.
a baseline. This is what women want from men, and the men who can do this are high value. The men who can do this, women call them assholes, but they only call them assholes is because they can't get their way with guys like this.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I don't have. That's what I'm saying. I don't have that problem. I'm pretty sure you don't either at all.
No,
It
man.
ain't. It ain't. It's not. And then another thing, you gotta value
Oh,
yourself.
my
You gotta.
face light up when they call me a jerk and misogynist. I'm like, hey, I'm doing it right. Like,
Right. For real.
okay, oh, y'all finna reward me for this bad behavior.
For
You know
real.
what
You gotta get to a point in your life to where you value yourself.
I'm
Right.
exactly.
You got to get to a point in your life to where you value yourself to, on a level to where you're not even tolerating nothing other than a bitch following your program. And if she ain't, it's on to the next because bitch, you
Yeah,
holding up. You stopping the world from moving. I'm wasting time. I could be making somebody
exactly.
else's life better. And you got to think like that about yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to value yourself like that. And once you start doing that, you'll start getting that aura. This is the type of guy that bitches fuck with. It ain't all that pulling
Hey,
out
I
shit.
heard. I gotta ask you something, dog. Something on one of your YouTube things, and I want to throw this in there because this is important. Um, you said something about like you got to stand out. You can't be the same. And you mentioned something about like I think it was about something texting, right? How you always texting all these compliments, and 100 other guys doing the same thing, right?
Right.
And
Oh, you talking about like how I'm talking about like the association?
Hmm?
What you talking about? How I broke down about how the brain associates, how the
Yeah,
brain works on image.
there it is. Yeah, and that's a
Okay.
part. That's a part of getting your woman in the mindset, fellas, to commit to you. You can't if she associates you with the last dude she was walking all over, and he was doing the same thing. Why you shouldn't do the same thing?
Right.
First thing I asked a chick, like, you ever been here? You ever been this place? You ever been? I don't want to go nowhere. He took me.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah,
That's
you got to be different.
got to be different.
If
Oh, you
if you the thing,
I'm
this
gonna
the
take
thing.
you to food. Yeah, let's go.
Right. With the different thing, this the thing. If you learn how to if y'all learn how to be masculine and stand on your program and stand on your shit and become truly attractive, and I mean attractive in the sense of what women value. That's what I mean attractive. In a sense of what women truly value. Learn how to become attractive and masculine. You're gonna stand out because it's like I said, like he said, like the brother said, is one alpha to 100 betas. So, and when it comes to dating, women may go through 15, 20 guys before she get that one. You see what I'm saying? And when she
Exactly.
get that one, he the one that have all boom. And then when that fall through, it'd be another 10, 15, 5, 10, 15 guys. You see what I'm saying? So when you can just do that, the basic shit, I'm just talking about the basic shit, masculinity, being attractive in the sense of what women truly value. You do that, you stand out already.
Exactly.
Period. You know what I'm saying? You stand out already.
Yeah, fellas, what a woman, and I'll be saying this a lot, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Anytime we do these podcasts about women, submission, dating, what a woman truly is attracted to versus what she says she
I
wants.
can't hear you. I can't hear you, bro.
Oh, I said what a woman
Hey,
is
bro.
truly attracted to versus what she says she wants are two totally different things. All right, let me say that again. What she wants and what she's attracted to are two totally different things. All right.
Right.
So if you're giving her what she wants, that don't mean she's gonna be attractive to you. That's what it is. That's what it's gonna be. If she say I want to go to Benihana's and you don't have plans to go to Benny, no, we're going over here. And if it's a problem, that's what it is. I guarantee you she's gonna be more attracted to you. I don't make the rules. I just apply the rules and realize, hey, this stuff works.
For real. Yeah,
Oh,
you're right. You can't reinvent the wheel, bro.
hmm? Say
Now
it
I'm
again.
saying you're right about that. You can't reinvent the wheel.
Nothing wrong with the wheel. It rolls. As soon as you try to put a corner in that thing, it's gonna stop rolling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what I really and what let's break submission down a little bit. You want a woman to be obedient. She ain't a child, but obedience and
Say that
submission.
again, bro.
I told them, I said, basically what they're asking for is a woman to be obedient. She's not a child, but obedience and submission go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that all breaks down to what? Like you been saying before, masculinity. One of the characteristics of masculinity is being a leader and being sure of yourself, whether you're right or wrong. Even if I'm wrong,
Right.
I'm right. Even if I'm wrong, I'm a fix it. I'm still right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to develop that when they've been programmed all their life to be like a Disney Channel movie and do everything the woman say, and when the woman tell you, oh, I love her, so I got to do everything she said. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
there's a lot of cats out here doing everything the woman says, compromising, doing all the compromising, and they wonder why, hey, can you go do this for me? And it's a big deal. It's a fight.
Right.
Or you wonder why when your homeboys come over talking crazy. Or you wonder why when you leave the house at night, you got to get permission.
Right.
But you know, I ain't gonna mess. I ain't gonna cut too deep because I ain't over here to drag. I'm not over here to drag things. I'm just over here to give them the information they need to get to the next level. Some of them ain't gonna do it.
Right.
Some of them gonna be scared. Like, man, I ain't gonna go through all that. It's gonna get on my nerves. Whatever excuse you make for yourself to stay beta and to stay a step, that's cool with you. That's fine with me. I'ma still do so, and I'm here for you need. Oh, if I do that, she might break. I done had chicks break up with me because I didn't want to do what they wanted to do. I wasn't going somewhere. All right, fine. I might miss you a little bit, but I thought, you know, at the end of the day, you not submit, like you not going to, you go against my principles. There's nothing else I can do. I'm gonna still sleep good at night. That's how you got to think, fellas. You got to have that abundance mindset. So the first thing, oh no, I think I lost my boy. He'll probably come back. But the first thing you need to do to get your submission is look at yourself and change your mindset. It start everything you want in life. It starts with you. Oh, you back? Okay. Hey, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
I said everything a man wants in life, it starts with him. So if you want submission, the first thing you got to do, you're not getting your submission, you need to work on your masculinity. Like Dre said, you need to work on being attractive. One thing I ain't gonna never fall for ever. I'ma always what it's like to say smell like fish. I'ma always be attractive.
Mm-hmm.
I done heard chicks tell me before, like, if no other woman want my spot, why should I want you? I'm like, ooh,
Right.
I like dealing with some real red pill women sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. I be like, dang, say that again. So if nobody want me, you don't want me. I get it.
Right,
You
right.
know?
That's real talk.
Man, but it's gonna keep that. It's man, you ever been in a situation where like you weren't getting no play from, you know, I done been in a situation where I wasn't getting no play from a girl, and then we go out and she see all these girls flirting with me, and then when as soon as I get home, I get all the play I need,
All the time.
all the
All the
intimacy
time.
I need, bruh.
All the time.
I already know because I'm smelling like fish. I
Right.
look at them, so it's gonna turn her on. Like, wait, this my man. Let me go ahead and secure it. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it starts with you. You gotta be masculine. And masculinity is simple. Man, you know what's masculine and not. You know what make you feel soft. And you know what make you feel like the man. You understand what I'm saying? If you go outside and pick flowers instead of punch a punching bag, what kind of energy are you creating? Are you creating masculine energy? Or are you creating, you know, feminine energy? If you
Right.
It's
Right.
easy. It's literally in your face. Like I literally go to the gym to lift weights because I know it get my testosterone going.
Right.
Me picking flowers ain't gonna do that. Now me looking for food, fishing, hunting, that's gonna get it done. You know what I'm saying? We're not over here, like we said, Dre, we're not over here to recreate the real. This show is never gonna be politically correct. So don't be looking for no pro-feminist talk. They ain't gonna be on here. It ain't gonna be no what I like to call metrosexual talk and none of that. You gonna be a man or you
Right.
and if you think your woman wants a boy, any woman who wants half of the control or 50-50 of the control, I ain't got time for it.
Right.
I don't. Like, no, no.
Women, only masculine women want that anyway. You don't want no masculine bitch.
Hey, I done told, like I done had a cat that come to me like, well, I like women like that. I said, bro, then this ain't the channel for you. How you gonna be
Yeah,
trying
you got some bitch in you because, like I say, on another level, it's masculine attracts feminine, bro. So if you attracted to masculine women,
that's some sugar in your tank.
I ain't make that up. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
say, this ain't my rules. You know what I'm saying? This is the way the universe works.
This ain't it. The faster you learn these rules, the faster you can get what you need. I tell the
Right.
cat all the time, I say some women ain't gonna submit. If they not, and if they got all this masculine energy, I don't even know how you even make it that far with it.
Right.
Cause the first and I fade away like Jordan when I feel too much, and if I feel like I'm asking too much, or if I feel like I gotta do too much, I'm
Out of there.
away. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna play this game with no. And you know what I hate to hear a lot. A lot of men can't handle me. I don't know what you mean by that, but I guess
Yeah,
I'm not a lot of men because I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying?
that's the signs of a combative bitch. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, man. So you don't want no chick like that's combative when you looking for submission or you want to deal with women who are cooperative. I'm gonna say cooperative because I feel like submission is more of a live-in girlfriend situation.
Yeah, that's later on in the game.
Cooperative to when you're just dating, they're cooperative. Now we in a relationship, you gotta submit. That's the only
Yeah.
way you're gonna be in a relationship. I always tell every chick I've ever talked to, every day, I say, "Hey, are you gonna be submissive?" They usually say, "Yeah," and then I'll be like, "All right, let's continue." And then when they show their face, when they show their hand, I mess that up. I'm not gonna blame that on the chick. I never sit up here and I tell cats all the time. I don't come here and bash women. Most women are truthful. They're gonna always tell you who they are. Some of them gonna lie and have their little phases. You know who they are. So with that being said, I want cats to realize who they're dealing with. And remember your principles. Your principles is a woman who is cooperative and wants submission. So only deal with those type of women. They're out there, and they only gonna deal with a type of man anyway. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, most of the women they're only gonna deal with a type of man that will they see themselves being cooperative with or submissive with. You understand? So you want to be that type of guy. And if they're already attracted to you, you already got to put in. If they're attracted to you, you already got to put in. Now, it just depends on what it is. Code approach, choosing signals. I don't know how to say it, but usually when it comes, if I'm doing a lot of cold approaching and I got to do all the pursuing, 9 out of 10, I usually pull back. I keep it moving
Mm-hmm.
because she already is in a non-submissive state. You know what I'm saying? I already gonna have to work a little bit harder. I ain't here to work hard. I'm too busy grinding. I'm too busy on my purpose. I'm too busy focusing on building my kingdom. Remember, man, you supposed to look for a woman that fits in your life, not you trying to fit in theirs. You understand? So, fellas, saying it's the abundance mindset. I'm an African American man. You might like African American women. African American women outnumber African American men by 1,000,000. Trust me, 1,000,000. And a lot, like I say, a lot. You'll find a lot more submissive women when you already outnumbered by 1,000,000. You understand what I'm saying? So, and then we're not even gonna talk about the guys that's gay or in prison. So you probably got even more. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know the numbers. You gotta know what you're looking for, and you gotta choose right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you cats come to me about the submission question, and I have a bunch of questions for you, like who lives with who, how did you meet, how were you when you first started, was the girl, and some of y'all, the girl off rip was combative. I don't even know how you get in a relationship with a chick that's combative that you argue with. All right, you and some of you guys trying to figure out if your woman is submissive. If you got to ask yourself that, she ain't. Now, if you got to ask yourself if she's worth dealing with, you got to look at the ratio. I'm gonna call it the fucking the fighting ratio. All right, the fucking. I'm not gonna say that. The intimate to argument ratio. How many times are you intimate versus how many times are you in the argument? If it's not at least 10 to 1, and it's the other way around, you got to drop it. You got to go. You got to go, man. We out here We doing this stuff for you guys, and we're just here to report and tell the truth. We're not trying to recreate the wheel. We're not here to complain about women or your situation. You got to understand the reason you're in the situation you're in is because you made those choices, and all choices have consequences. Some good, some bad. And let me go ahead and let you guys know. All right. And a couple other things too, man. To achieve, sometimes it's gray areas for this submission. So to achieve that other part, you got to look at how you make the woman comfortable, and that all comes down to what your masculinity, your practice. Dre been saying, you got to be comfortable. You got to talk to her in a way that she likes. You know what I'm saying? You definitely have to peep like before. If I'm with a woman that's combative and that's really masculine, I can't even try to talk to her like that. I'm out of there. And anybody who's trying to be the most alpha version of themselves do not need no masculine alpha acting woman. All right? I'ma just be honest with you. If it's a woman that's trying to run the show and you know you're the most alpha version of yourself, do me a favor and don't do it. Do Dre a favor and don't do it. Because what we teaching y'all and what we putting y'all on game is what I know I like submission. I ain't walking down no aisle with no woman if I get married. You know what I'm saying? I ain't walking down no aisle with no woman who ain't submissive.
Right.
I ain't giving no house key to no woman who ain't submissive. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
I ain't living with no chick who know I don't run. Who knows I ain't living with no chick who thinks she run the show. She got 50-50 of the show. Not just run the show 50-50. No. I'm the captain. You co-captain. When I can't captain because I'm sick or got corona or something, that's when you be the captain.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm over here just, letting them know. But I do want you guys to understand too, from a spiritual aspect, if you do what you need to do with the Most High, God gonna bless you with women that are cooperative. So you want to know why? You're not focused on that. A guy who's looking for submission and cooperation from a woman is really focusing too much on that woman. To be honest with you, I'm so focused on my goals and what I'm trying to do in my life that sometimes I ain't gonna lie. I didn't pick up. Dang, I didn't even know she was combative because I wasn't really paying attention. Now that I know, I can see. Or sometimes it's the other way around. Like, wait, she wants me. Hey, let's come over here and spend some more time with her. You know what I'm saying? What? Dre, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I want the because niggas gonna still ask, well, what do I do now if I'm in a situation, my marriage? There's only one way to fix that. So, like I said in the beginning, you start how you finish, right? And you got to demand that shit up front. But let's say you 5 years in, and you don't, you ain't getting no act right and all that shit. There's only one way to fix that. You have to walk the other way.
You got
and let her come to you. There's no other way.
And they usually come too. Like, wait.
They usually come. Now, I can get deeper into that, but it's best to just lead the situation, and that's gonna be hard for a lot of you dudes.
Can you put a little bit deeper into that? Because I really want them to. I really want you to break it down for them a little bit.
What you mean?
I said, can you get deeper in that? Because I want you to break it down for them a little bit, just a little bit.
What, like walking away?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to show her that you're not dead. It's your way or it's nothing.
My way.
The only way to show her that you're not gonna argue. Arguing don't work. Debating don't work. Beating on the bitch don't work. You have to show her, okay, either we're gonna do it this way or I'm out. You see what I'm saying? You have to. There's no other way. Now, it, you. I don't even want to open this can of worms. Basically, because you can't. I don't want to give these niggas excuses. You see what I'm saying? To be dealing with women and they ain't getting no act right. And they ain't getting no act right. I don't want to give them excuses and shit like that. I'm basically telling niggas, yo, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? If she ain't, getting down with the get down, she gotta go. But basically, you can pull back from the relationship. So if you got a wife, just pull back, bro. You see what I'm saying? Just pull back and focus on yourself.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Pull all your attention away. Stop fucking her. Focus on your stuff. Start going to the gym. Start dressing flyer, getting haircuts and shit like that. Start going on outings and get from up under her. Her ears gonna start to prick. You see what I'm saying? But that's if the respect ain't too far gone.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? If the respect ain't too far gone, you can play that card. But I don't want niggas to even think that they can play that card.
Yeah.
You see?
You trying to kill a fly with an axe. That's what that is. Like let's up and step now. I got you on that. You know what I'm saying? See, so like it depends because I deal with cats that's been in relationships for years, and then I deal with cats who just got in a relationship 2 months ago.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, you can clear it. Now somebody who been 19 years strong, I still say clear.
Right.
I would, but at the end of the day, yeah, you gotta start the pullbacks and stuff like that. And that's why I started this podcast. So like, man, look, just deal with the women that are cooperative with you. Basically, deal with women that like you, that you ain't gotta convince to like you.
Right.
That's what I do. They usually come back around like I done walk, I done cut chicks off, I done put them on ice, and it's an 80% return rate.
That they come back.
80%.
Because
And it ain't like it's like, man, but with me, I be like, bro, it's too late. You get one chance to ride, just ride.
Right.
Now, depending on how fine they is, and
often. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So I ain't gonna sit up here and cap, right? Sometimes, depending on how fine they was or how they was, how we did our thing. Sometimes I'll be like, you know what? I'll let you ride this ride one more time. You know what I'm saying? But your regular chick.
Say that again, bro.
I said regular chicks that I just met and I don't really know about. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? When they come back and like I'm gonna be more cooperative, I'm like, nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say all of them, but I'm not gonna be going back and forth either.
Right.
You know, so I just wanted the boys to understand, like, when you're trying to be an alpha male, the most alpha male version of yourself, you gotta understand who's basically an asset and a liability. You already behind the 8 ball. You're already behind the 8 ball if you're asking for submission. You're asking, like you're already behind the 8 ball. And you behind the 8 ball even more if you're coming to me saying, how can I get so I'm gonna help you, but I'm gonna tell you what you really need to do in the grand scheme of things. How fast do you want the submission? Do you want to work it, or do you want this thing right away? If you want to right away, you got to walk. You know what I'm saying? Right. Our cats don't be prepared for that. And that's when I know they ain't ready to be They ain't ready to be a player. They ain't ready to be no alpha male, whatever they want to call themselves. They're not ready to be that because they scared to walk away.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And this is the cold hard truth. Because when I started ALPHACOLOGY, I said I'm gonna give it to them raw. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna prioritize yourself over relationships. And when I say yourself, I mean mentally, your well-being. Because I don't think that's healthy for any man to be in a relationship with a combative woman or be dealing with combative women. It's not mentally healthy. Like you said at the beginning, you see these cats go crazy, ready to fight, kill, going upside a chick head. If I feel like I gotta go upside your head, I'm in too deep anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you guys to be in that situation because you can't you can't fake this. You know what I'm saying? You can't when you go on Dre page, he gonna give it to you blood raw on how to be a player. You can't fake it. You got to put in the work. You can't have beta male, have alpha male. It's never gonna work. You actually gonna have less.
Right.
You actually gonna get less respect. You know what I'm saying? There's more women out there if you just choose a side. Like if you just choose a side, it's a woman out there that will appreciate what beta males bring to the table for whatever they do. All right, and there's women out there that appreciate what alpha males bring to the table. I'm not here to make a beta versus alpha debate, whatever. I'm just telling you, if you're trying to be the most dominant man in your life, if you want to dominate your life, and you want submission from your woman, women you're dating, cooperation. That's a softer word, cooperation. You're going to have to apply these principles. You cannot be afraid. I feel like at the end of the day, that's what we're really talking about. The woman ain't your woman ain't submissive because she smell the fear in you. She know you ain't going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got Keisha down the street to rub your feet. I guarantee
Right.
you, she know Keisha down the street gonna rub your feet. She gonna hey, she gonna fall in line. You know what I'm saying? So, and I do feel like you guys need to focus on yourselves. If your woman ain't giving you the submission, focus on you. All right. Now, you guys been listening to ALPHACOLOGY. I want to thank you guys for listening. Y'all see my painting in the back. My homeboy did the painting. McKinskin, check McKinskin out. IG McKinskin. All right. I'll put all these links in the description in the comments later. All right. It's pretty dope pic too. I do need you guys to understand, like Dre said earlier, and I've been saying through all my podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Masculinity is key. You want a woman to be attracted to you, you have to be masculine. You have to be attractive. All right. We all have different things that make us attractive, young men, gentlemen. All right. I'm being honest. I can't make myself 6'3", but guess what? I have other features that make me attractive. All right. I work on my physique. I eat healthy. I smell good. I dress with what makes me look nice. You know what I'm saying? I get my hair cut a certain way. You just got to work on you, man. And you got to take pride in doing it. I do not want you guys doing all this stuff to get submission from your woman. You should do all this stuff because you value yourself. That's step one in all of this. In the scheme of things, if you don't love you, nobody else will. If you don't value yourself, your woman definitely not gonna value you. You understand? She gonna use you. All right. So I appreciate what Dre been saying. Dre, you got anything else to say, man?
Uh, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I said, man, we can go all night with this one,
We can
but
go all night with this.
this just required from the jump, man, and be somebody for a bitch to submit to. I understand that, and understand
Oh,
what you asking what you asking of a person to submit to you. So you got to understand that, and understand that they doing it for something. They want something from you. You know what I'm saying? And you can't stop providing that. Also, too, it sounds like you I don't know if this the end, but
Oh, we can keep going. We got 30 more minutes.
I got about another 10, 15 minutes. I got about another 10, 15 minutes.
Listen, y'all. Can I say something real quick? Y'all boys better get this because this man right here, this man costs a pretty penny. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Hey.
Oh yeah, I definitely charge though. I definitely charge for the consultation. Not stuff like this. No, I do stuff like this all day, but like private consultation, I definitely charge.
Yeah. This but, what I know the stuff you about to give is really private consultation type stuff.
It is. But the thing, a lot of guys, once they get that submit, you got to understand too. A masculine man's kryptonite is a submissive feminine woman. If you let that, this is how a lot of guys lose their girls. Women be submissive in the beginning, but they fall for that sweet submissiveness, and they fall off their horse and they stop being who they are. Yep. You cannot let up. You have to stay that. You cannot fall. If you fall, you're gonna lose your bitch. It may not be overnight, but over time. All you're gonna do is just keep going in the simp sinkhole, I say it again, a strong masculine man's kryptonite is a soft, feminine, submissive woman. You have to be able to control that and not let that affect you in a sense to where you can stay dominant, you can stay alpha, you can keep your playerism on point. You cannot let that affect you. You cannot let it feels good when you got a bitch that's doing that feels good. It sends dopamine to your brain and all type of serotonin and dopamine and all that shit. You have to know how to sidestep that because you're gonna lose your bitch if you don't.
It's gonna lower your testosterone too. Tell them every time. Men who are single have way more testosterone than men who are in a healthy relationship.
Right. Right. So that's it with that, man.
Man, you said something real right there, man. You said, hey, I had to write that down. I had to write that one down. But guys, man, again, like Dre said, and that's for the cats. Once you receive submission, you feel like it game over. You feel like you won. You ain't win.
The game never stops. The game never stops. I wonder how you see how Dr. Dre bitch just divorced him after 26 years. He had enough game enough to keep this bitch, and he rich. So the bitch could have been bailed out on him and took half before the kids was 18, because the kid's grown now, so she don't get child support. You know what I'm saying? But he had enough game and sense to keep her for 20-some years. Irreconcilable differences. The nigga fell off his horse. Period. You cannot stop. You cannot. If your wife stopped giving you sex, or if your girl stopped giving you sex, you ain't gonna tolerate that either. You in it. A lot of us be in relation. I don't say us, but a lot of guys be in relationships for consistent sex, right? A lot of y'all. That ain't why. If I'm gonna do a relationship, which I ain't on that, but if I was, it wouldn't be for consistent sex. A lot of guys get into relationships for consistent sex and consistent validation from bitches, right? Now, once your girl stop giving you that sex, you're gonna start bucking, right? You're gonna start wanting to know what's going on, trying to fix it, and doing all this shit. And the same goes true for you. When your woman is submitting to you, or she's in the situation for something, and you stop providing that, and I'm not talking about providing money. Like I said, what's truly valuable to women. Once you stop providing that, she's going to buck. The more she has to buck, eventually she's gonna buck away from your ass if you don't fix it. So, like I say, Dr. Dre is a case in point. How do you have a guy who's had a bitch 26 years and then all of a sudden it's over, right? The kid's grown and all that shit. She could have left 5 years in and been on top of the world.
Irreconcilable differences, right?
That's right.
I.e., I'm not happy.
Exactly. I.e., the nigga he ain't who he was no more. That's all that is, bro. I'm not saying that he ain't. He probably just gave up, like, cause it's tiring. You know what I'm saying? You just want to, you don't want to have to keep, but the game don't stop. Basically, it never stops. So once you see you got a girl like that, you can't let your guard down, because that's what that
I'm
feminine
gonna tell you
energy
right.
does.
What you said a little bit earlier, like you were telling you got to walk. I guarantee you, if he tried to walk a little bit earlier, he could have brought himself another 25 years.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He could have
yeah,
brought himself if he knew how to walk away. Like, man, I don't care about this money. Trust me, I
yeah.
don't care about this money. I don't. Here's half right now, and clear it.
Right,
You said, but hey, the game never stopped. Y'all got to understand that. You should all like when you have alpha male mindset, you should always want to dominate. What's my next move? You should never be complacent. And I done been a victim of that. Okay, my girl, I got my girl here. She's doing everything I need. I'm finna just go to work, come play the game, eat, sleep, hunch, go to work, come play. Man, that thing lasted off about 2 months. And she went to bucket. You understand? What we doing? What's the next move? You gotta always have a goal. You should never want to stop building your kingdom. I done been in those situations. I done groomed my mind to be more dominant. That means if I make $1 million tomorrow, I'm trying to make $2 million on Thursday. I'm trying to make $3 million on Friday. Even if I don't make it, I'm not gonna drive myself crazy, but I'm gonna still be grinding and churning to try to get my money. Same thing. If my woman love me on Monday, I'm gonna try to make her love me more on Tuesday. If she's submissive Monday, I'm trying to make her more submissive by Friday. I gotta keep it going. Whatever I'm doing, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that means, guess what? You gotta keep doing whatever ain't broke. You gotta keep running that play until they stop it. Until you gotta create a new play. You know, for my sportsmen out there. And I do want you guys to understand how to get submission from your woman. If you want to put it all in one sentence, it starts with you. You got to work on you first. You got to work on you. And number two, you got to assess the situation.
right, right. Work on you. I like that, bro. Work on you. Like, who are you? You think you
Yeah.
gotta ask them, who are you? Like, who are
Who
you
are
for
you
a
to
bitch to
submit
submit to?
to? If you can't, and you got to ask yourself, we not females, we not delusional. You know who you is. If you
Right.
go to
And then another thing,
you know
dudes
who
be
you
like,
is. You know you've
dude,
been playing that goddamn PlayStation 5 the last 5 weeks straight. Who are you to submit to? You ain't make no move yet.
right. Another thing, dudes be like, she ain't follow my program. Dudes will be like, me, my girl ain't following my program. And you know what I always ask them? What's your program? They couldn't even tell you. You ain't got
Oh,
no fucking program. That's why. You see what I'm saying?
exactly. They ain't got it. It's just like so now you gotta. That's why I want. That's why when cats want to start, hey, watch this live stream for me real quick. You know what I'm saying? Watch this live stream. Ask yourself these questions: who am I to submit to? Am I doing everything I need to do to get submission? Not am I doing everything right that she wants me to do? That's not how you get it. Are you being masculine enough? Are you doing what you need to do? What she wants you to do and what you need to do are always going to be totally different things. Always. You understand? So you got to ask yourself that question. And if it's too far too gone, you got to walk. And if you really dedicate yourself to the alpha mindset, and you really trying to, you gonna walk off rip. Like, you know what? Forget all trying this, that, the other. I'ma just boom. But that starts with you though. You gotta believe in you. I always put my money on me. I done been in a situation where a chick told me, you'll never find another woman like me. Okay.
Right. And I don't want another bitch like you.
Exactly. I don't want
That's
another
why I'm
one.
walking away anyway.
You know what I'm saying? Like they all women know how to get freaky in the bedroom. I was trying to figure out what she meant by that. Like, what you mean? You ain't even in my top five, so why you tripping? Like, Come on,
Right.
man. You know what I'm saying? So I want my alpha males out there, man. Cats that's trying to be the most alpha minded. You gotta think like a king. I know, especially us coming from the black community, we really don't think like kings. If we're gonna be honest, we don't. We don't value ourselves like we need to. You want to think like a king, and you want to value yourself. You gotta believe you the hot stuff. You gotta believe you gotta walk out here, man. I'm the best man you ever had. Why? Because it ain't nobody else like me. That's why. Because I'm on my grind. Why? I'm improving myself every day. You can't improve yourself if you scrolling on Facebook, parting a bunch of pics and playing the game. I hate to say it. I done been there before. I done been in the slump. So I understand what it takes. But I wouldn't dare go to King Dre and say, King Dre, man, hey man, my girl running circles around me and I want her to submit. And he'd be like, how long you been? She been running circles, man. She done cheated on me a couple times. It's been 5 years. We ain't have sex in 5 years. Man, that boy gonna be looking at me crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You too far gone, bro.
Yeah, you gotta leave. You know, we done seen that. Remember we seen that in the private group. I was
Oh
like,
yeah, dude was like he ain't had sex with his girl for like 2 years or some shit like that, 5 years or
man,
something
that
like
boy
that.
said 3.
3 years. I'm like, bruh, what?
Oh, she ain't been doing nothing.
Nigga,
What?
what?
I don't care if she haven't been. I don't care if she been a virgin for the last 3 years. You not for the how?
She tripping.
Yeah.
She
So
ain't
like,
tripping, he tripping. He allowed it, so
so what?
you
I
know.
ain't gonna lie. What opened my mind up, especially with the group and a lot of stuff. I ain't know a lot of cats was in that kind of need. That's how they
Bruh,
can.
it's crazy.
Yeah. It's
You
they be.
see, we think a lot of guys like us. It's not. We like really the minority. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's what made me even more cocky. I'm like, I already know you ain't even gonna find another cat like me. Now I'm gonna be like, I look over in chick phone, I see your name, I'm be like, oh, I got competition. Everybody else, I'll be like, oh, here he goes, telling you how beautiful you are. Oh, that's cute.
Right,
Here
right.
it goes. Like I be telling them that. I feel them. But at the end of the day, man, I did not know. That's why I made this whole thing because I thought it was easy. I know if I'm in a situation where I'm not getting submission, it's only really 2 options. And usually I already made 2 big mistakes. And they, we jump down the mistakes, but it's been a lot of cats that been in a mental prison and mentally trapped and emotionally trapped. And once they hear once they hear you speak and hear the live stream, it could free them a little bit. I want them to free the mind. You know what I'm saying? So with
Right,
that,
right.
I'm gonna put your link in the description below, and we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. I appreciate you, King Dre. Let them know where you could be found at, man.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at King Dre, KingDre ism. So King Dre ism. King
King Dre is
Dre ism. SIM. KingDreSim. That's on Instagram and Twitter. My YouTube is how to be a player King Dre, like what you see on the screen. Just type that in and find me on YouTube. Um, Follow me on the gram. You could DM me about anything. I answer all my DMs. And subscribe and catch the good game on the YouTube. I got over 100 videos on YouTube, man. Straight lacing. You
straight
know what I'm
play.
saying? So, we getting it, we working, man. So just follow me, like I say, follow me on the gram again or Twitter, and Twitter. Twitter and Instagram, KingDreSim, King Dre ism. And YouTube, how to be a player, King Dre.
Boy, I ain't gonna lie, man. If I were in them videos when I was younger, I'd have had like 100 baby mamas messing with you, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I was glad I found you
Yeah.
when I was more mature. But anyway, man, I appreciate you guys for listening. This has been another episode of ALPHACOLOGY. And like I always say at the end, this ALPHACOLOGY, this is not tea. All right, this is protein for the mind. So it can
Mm-hmm.
build your mind up, and it'll build your body. Once you build your mind up, you're gonna build your body up. So, anyways, I appreciate you guys for listening. Peace out.